Cossack squat to floor, hip internal and external rotation. Cossack squats are useful for improving lower body mobility. In this version of the Cossack squat, we aim to alternate the repetitions, sit on the floor, and add some hip internal and external rotation. If you are unable to sit on the floor yet, you can use weight plates or something similar to create an elevated surface. As mobility improves, the elevation can be lowered. Start in a wide stance with the feet outside shoulder width and the toes turned out roughly 45 degrees or greater. The heels of both feet will remain on the floor during the Cossack squat. It is important to keep the non-working leg straight by contracting the quad and pulling the kneecap up. As you squat down, the non-working leg will externally rotate so that the toes and the kneecap are pointing towards the sky. Use the hamstring of the working leg to flex the knee and squat down into a nice deep Cossack squat. The knee will track over the toes and not collapse inwards during the squat. Actively use the hamstrings to pull your butt down to the floor and cover as much of the calf muscle as you can with the hamstring. Squat down to sit on the floor or the elevated surface. Once you're sitting on the ground, rotate the torso so that the chest is facing the non-working leg. At the same time, internally rotate the working leg so the inside edge of the foot and the knee is touching the floor, or as close as you can get it. From here, reverse the hip rotation by externally rotating the hip and pulling the knee out to the side by contracting the glute muscles hard. Maintain the hip external rotation as you stand up in the Cossack squat. Reach the hands forward, bring the chest as close to the thigh as you can, and make sure the knee doesn't collapse inwards. During this movement, we want to keep the torso as upright as possible to increase the stretch on the hips. The foot position can also impact hip mobility demands. The more you turn the feet out, the greater the adductor mobility will need to be. Find the sweet spot that works for you. Perform the prescribed number of alternating repetitions.